it up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
Don't let that team stand in the way. He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Graham Rucker for the touchdown. Graham shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
Presented by Schottenstein Roofing. For top quality and a price match guarantee, visit SchottensteinRoofing.com.
All right, here we go on a lovely little Wednesday episode. I'm Timmy Hall. We got our man Ryan Baker smelling good as always. It's short season. That's good for him because even throughout the entire winter, he's never pantsed. Pantsed meaning wearing pants, not someone. I know that implies someone.
It's short season.
I know pantsed implies someone comes up to you and pulls your pants down. But I was implying that you're wearing pants, but you never do.
Very rarely.
I'd still love to see you in a pair of slacks, Ryan. That would bring me a lot of joy.
I have been in this station twice, I believe, with long pants on.
And that laugh right there, the man to my right, my friend and yours, DeVier Posey, everybody.
What's up, Tim? What's up, Columbus and the Buckeye faithful? How you guys doing today?
We're doing fantastic.
Absolutely.
You know, we got a fun show planned out. We're going to talk about a really important player for Ohio State that I think has a chance with a big season here to go down as an all-time great. Now, a lot of that can be tough to decipher because we can be very particular. And, you know, ever's a long time. And when you talk about Ohio State history, that's saying a whole lot. By the way, Dom Tiberi from 10 TV, he's going to saunter into the studio here at about 6:48 tonight. Mm-hmm. I said before, he was yammering about some NIL topics. I said, come on in. We'll hit on those because a lot is going on in the game right now. And I know in the College Football Pulse, we're going to hit on some of the bombshell stuff. That is happening. Some settlements being made as we maybe not as we speak, but they're getting the ball rolling on some settlements that's going to completely change the game. DeVier, can you believe we're here and that this is all happening now? It's crashing down.
Yeah, no, I actually love going towards this, right? Just giving it some type of structure, giving it 4 walls, a roof, and a floor. And I think the things about, you know, the marketing and social media. Sure. Making money off your social equity will still happen, Tim. But I think this kind of just levels the playing field for like offensive linemen, softball players, hockey players, field hockey, all the way up to starting quarterback, starting wide receiver, starting point guard, center.
It's going to have to change a lot with all those Olympic sports, right? It is.
They need to get in.
It's going to cost too much money with the settlements. Where I mean, athletic departments, schools are going to be forced to give up some, you know, and we get to see, we've always gotten to see those USA Today reports that come out every year. Yeah. How many athletic departments, even then, are actually making money? They spend so much money, right?
So Tim, for myself and the listeners, what is exactly happening? If you got, an elevator pitch for it.
Not yet.
Okay.
We'll get to that at 7 o'clock.
Absolutely. Sorry, guys. I jumped the gun. I'm excited.
No. You're good. You're good, man. You're good. I don't have the article in front of me right now. So to be able to do that, especially as we were breaking down the Marvin Harrison Jr. lawsuit yesterday.
He's changing the game with that.
Right. You talk about game changers, but basically, DeVier, it's the House lawsuit. We'll get back into it at 7 o'clock. And a couple of conferences have already popped up and quickly said, yeah, we're ready to settle this. So we're talking about multi-billion-dollar settlement that could be good for a lot of players and a lot of former players out there. So be paying attention. Be paying attention.
Well, I'll sing you. I bank with Chase. I take ACH.
right, yeah. We got the auto draft. Whatever you need, the checking account information. We can get it to the proper parties. Just don't give it to Mark Emmert. He's not the guy at the NCAA anymore. But look, I wanted to talk with you a little bit more about this wide receiving core. And when I look at this wide receiving core, DeVier, we are oohing and ahhing over guys like Carnell Tate and Brandon Ennis, and certainly the red-hot guy, newcomer, Jeremiah Smith.
Absolutely.
Who could very much walk right through the door and be a 1,000-yard receiver. Again, it's tough to predict that with all the talent in that room.
Stays healthy. You got an opportunity.
Got to stay healthy. Will Howard's got to be that guy. We got to see it. We got to see that first month and really know what we're cooking with. But, man, Emeka Egbuka, He is a proven commodity. I know, just knowing the type of receiver you are, you must love the way he plays, his hands, his route running ability. You talk about really hoping and praying for somebody to have a clean bill of health. It's that guy. And if he goes just a little bit over 1,000 yards, he will be the all-time leading receiver in Ohio State history. That's why I say, if he does something like that, will you start considering him to be one of the all-time greats here for the Bucs?
I think the career Emeka Egbuka has put together has been solid all the way around, even when he was a young guy making plays in the Rose Bowl, on special teams. That kickoff return he had to start that last drive. The thing about Emeka that I think just is the baseline of his career is when you need him, he's there. If he's healthy, he's going to make a play. You think about that kickoff return I just mentioned, that catch in the Notre Dame game, the way he stepped up in the Notre Dame game previous to that, his kind of coming out party when we hosted Notre Dame here at Ohio Stadium. I think Emeka Egbuka, more importantly, is a great guy, and he's a great leader, and he's a guy that younger guys can learn from, Tim. But his attributes as a player, strong hands, he can get open outside and inside, and he's a do-it-all wide receiver. He can even catch jet sweeps and bubbles and tunnel screens and get upfield. So,
oh, man. Like, is there anything... Is there any spot on the field where you wouldn't want him to line up? Or is he one of these guys where you can really weaponize him?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this guy could return punts if you really want him to. Like, he's that kind of athlete. I mean, he's done that. So this guy is someone you could put all over the football field.
Yeah, and I think that's what, when you break him down from a pro perspective and you look at his film, and a whole, compilation of his film, and it's all together, you'll see that he's done it from all positions, and then on top of that, he's done it over spans of time. Now, I don't know if he'll wow you with his speed. I don't know if he'll wow you with his quickness, but he has enough speed, he has enough quickness in his hands. He's going to make the tough catches, and he's going to make the plays when he needs to make them. That's what I've always loved about him.
Emeka back in the spring, we get a chance to catch up with everybody, position group by position group, and he was talking about the different feeling that this season has compared to others that he's been around for.
I feel like it's different every year. You got to get acclimated to who you are as a team, your new identity. There's new leadership roles. But like you said, with a lot of people returning, there's a lot of same faces. I think we're returning 9 starters on the defense, so it's like we kind of know what it is. So I feel like the offense kind of has something to prove in that aspect. So we're looking to compete this spring with the defense, and it's going to be a fun one.
I also got to know, before I play this one, about how he's been getting in some work. And this was back in March when he made these comments. So think about, at that point in time, he had already been getting in some work with Will Howard. So that behind the scenes type of energy, good dude. He's always talked about how he's a faith-driven guy, and that was part of the reason he spoke about for coming back to Ohio State, among some others, which we'll get to. But whenever you do get a new quarterback, what is that mindset? Because you can lift up your quarterback, right? But at the same point in time, if you don't have a guy that is at least consistently putting the ball in your vicinity, there's only so much you can do. And you want to be able to help the team, and you can't really help the team if you got a quarterback that's delivering that football for you, that you trust.
Yeah, I don't look at quarterback wide receiver connection as much as you trusting him. It's more about him trusting you, and you as a wide receiver wanting to endear yourself to his footwork, to the way he sees the field, how he reads different routes. And I think just those repetitions in March and April and May and June and July going into camp, you want to let him see you run an out route 10 times. You want to let him see you run a corner route so he gets a feel. So in practice, when he's going in the game, Tim, if he hasn't thrown that, 50 to 100 times, he's not going to trust you, right? And you want to endear yourself to him like, hey, in the wide receiver world, Tim, we call it being quarterback friendly. Like, how do you come back to the ball? How do you save him when he wants to throw it over here? Like, I'll be friendly to that ball, and just being able to earn his trust. I think that's what Emeka's goal was.
Big time, like dad type stuff. Come back to the football,
Quarterback friendly.
Quarterback's under duress. Break off that route. Like, you got to have that sixth sense about it. I would also imagine that doing whatever you could do in addition, like, offering up, butler services to your quarterback.
Right?
Like, just doing whatever you could do to get in that quarterback's good graces. He's going to come back and help you out on game day.
Hey, listen, this is what I would do.
Pick up a cheap lunch for him, something that's not going to break the bank, but it'll make him feel 10 feet tall.
They got Gatorades on the field. I'm grabbing 2 every time I'm going to get one. I'll jog over. I know you like that ice Gatorade. I know you like that orange one.
Nice drive there, TP. I know you didn't see me at all, but, good drive.
The athletic trainer already got me one. No. Take mine, bro.
I got you. Slap him on the shoulder pad.
Yeah. I put an electrolyte in there for you because it's hot out here.
Big time throw, baby. Big time throw, big dog. You're the only one in the country that can make that throw.
Man, oh man, your quarterback towel's a little wet. Here, take mine.
Here he was talking about getting in that work with Will Howard.
I'm really excited to see what he can do this spring. I feel like he's a phenomenal talent, really smart quarterback, and he's a veteran guy, 5th-year guy. So I'm hoping he can bring some experience.
Yeah, he is the guy. I think we got to keep that. We got to keep remembering that Emeka Egbuka being back on this football team, it's
a blessing.
It's a blessing. It's just as important as all this other stuff that happened. It's hard to put a ranking together with this when you've got, the 2 stud defensive ends that decided to come back, a big-time corner, You bring in a safety and a running back through the transfer portal. You've got offensive linemen that decided to stick around, like a Donovan Jackson. I mean, you've got so much, but a position group in the wide receivers that could be the best in the country, but Emeka Egbuka being back is big time. We'll keep the subject matter going. There's something with this Buckeye football team, though, that we really don't have to see to believe. We'll tell you exactly what we mean next. DeVier is in on a DeVier Day Wednesday. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
If you miss a live show, you can catch the podcast. If you miss the podcast, our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you.
Ma, the meatloaf!
The Fan.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is a part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is safe and clean for the players every game at the Schottenstein Center. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
Did the pandemic eliminate quality customer service? Well, many places it did, but not here at Heartland Bank. Imagine getting top quality service and good advice as well to help you down life's road. It's community banking, and it's alive and well in the Heartland. I'm Scott McComb, CEO. Coming over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
They're trained. They're prepared.
Let's do it.
They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Kroger app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
And now we're on our way with Coda, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Whether it's game day or every day, Coda moves Buckeyes fans down the line toward victory. Download the Transit app today for an easy way to plan and pay for your next trip. Visit coda.com/transit app to learn more.
Hi, I'm Gene Smith, Senior Vice President and Director of Athletics. Ohio State Athletics and Cardinal Health know how important diversity, equity, and inclusion are to the success of our community, employees, and student athletes. And we believe an equitable culture creates a community that attracts and retains the very best. Visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Buckeye-inclusion to learn more and join us as we educate and celebrate the value of diversity and inclusion.
Do you subscribe to the Fan's YouTube channel? Well, why not? Catch our best interview, Stupid Man and Bone videos, and live video of our shows as they happen.
You can participate in your neighborhood watch.
Search 971 The Fan and subscribe today.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Scott Tomorrow.
All students, no matter where they're from, what they look like, or where they live, deserve to see themselves in their curriculum and to feel appreciated and respected for who they are. Join us in celebrating Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month and celebrating the beautiful diversity of Ohio's public schools.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Mostly cloudy skies, a couple of showers and some strong thunderstorms possible on this Wednesday evening. High temperatures around 80 degrees. Overnight we'll fall back down to the low to mid 60s. Showers and thunderstorms tapering off. A few leftovers tomorrow, especially later in the day. Otherwise, a bit of sunshine and temperatures in the upper 70s. With your Doppler 10 forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Where Timmy Hall can start swooning over Aaron Kraft any second. It's the Buckeye Show.
I'm finding out a little bit more about DeVier Posey's golf game as we go along. I feel like we got a guy that wants to really.
I want to go to the next level.
You want to dive. You want to get in like where I was 5 or 6 years ago, where you dedicate yourself and you lose yourself to the game.
I want to go to that level to where I'm getting massages because my forearms are hurting. Like, I want to get better.
I don't know. Yeah, like you're talking about Vijay Singh, like pounding 500 golf balls out on the range after you played 54 holes in a day. That might not be the best thing.
Balls. I think it's just more like I need to get in a technique mindset. Like I got a free membership to Golf Tech through the NFLPA, and I'm taking it.
Really?
I'm going to take it up. Yeah. I got a 3-month lesson plan, so I think I'm going to start it. But it's like already mid-season.
Even having not played for X amount of years, like you're still activated with this? Like you can
lifetime benefits.
Lifetime bannings.
Yeah, so I'm going to.
Yeah, that's right.
I want to take it to the next level, Tim. I'm just getting to that point where it's
that excites me.
That I'm getting serious.
That excites me. So we're like, you were just telling me you're kind of like on a good day, you're cracking 90 now. Yeah. You played today.
Had a bad
I love
day.
to hear that. That's like the second week in a row where I pop in here on a Wednesday, a DeVier day.
I played 3 weeks in a row, Tim.
Yeah, 3 weeks in a row.
And you're the only person I talk to about this because I know you actually care. My wife is like, I don't care.
That's great, right? I love it. I love if you looked at my Instagram feed, man, it's aces and yoga pants and golf. That's all it is. That's it.
Your algorithm.
It's workout babes and it's golf.
Tim's algorithm is telling us what he's clicking on.
And sometimes you can get both of those in one.
So they are. Yeah. They blend together. Then Paige Spiranak walks into the room and you're like, she's incredible. Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, you're getting everything. She's like in the SI swimsuit edition. I didn't even know that was still a thing.
Yeah.
But you have Livy Dunn and Paige Spiranak.
Yeah, she's actually a decent tweeter, actually.
Well, she's a good player. I mean, she's got a good swing and knows how to play the game.
Okay, Tim. All right.
She's great. Great mechanics.
Okay.
DeVier, it's great. It's great that you're doing this.
Yeah.
It really is. It's like a sickness. It's an addiction.
Nobody understands, but guys who've been on this journey to get to break 80. You know?
Right, yeah, to get to break 80 land, and I've made it to break 80 land, and the thing that keeps me going, the drive for me, and I don't know if I'll ever get it. I have confidence, but it is such a hard game. Like, as soon as you get something hammered down, then it seems another part of your game. Like the other day, like I've told you, like my 58-degree wedge, I love that puppy.
Yeah.
You put me inside 50 yards.
And doing what you want.
When you're not really having to shoot the laser because it's the feel distance. It's that old, like, it's feel.
Is that your Harry Potter magic wand?
Yeah.
You can do spells with that?
But the other day, like, it threw me under the bus. Like, I chunked one with it. I never do that. And then I bladed one over the green where I was in distance where I'm zeroed in, where I'm thinking 5 feet.
You're sitting there looking at him like, I'm about to trade you in.
Yeah, like, I'm not happy about this.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. It's just something that you gotta You got to fight, man. You got to fight for it.
My mental, like the way I arrive mentally plays a lot into it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it like football, though?
No.
Not at all, huh?
It's harder.
No,
it's harder.
It's way. I love hearing. I love hearing that. You played in the NFL, man.
There's no way where I can just be like, all right, I'm just gonna run faster, or hit this guy harder, or push harder. No, that ends up on the negative side.
Is there any? Are there any big similarities
with golf
to
and
how you prepared? Being at the highest level of the sport.
For me,
to trying to take up this game that's so difficult on the brain.
Golf swag and field swag. I take them seriously. That's the only real. Is how I'm looking.
Is how you're looking.
Yeah, that's the only thing that correlates.
Completely different looks.
But that's
you might have been. You were a Nike guy though. I bet that Nike deal set you up on the golf course, didn't it?
I got a Nike bag too.
You're looking like Scotty Scheffler out there. Just try to stay out of jail.
Well, yeah, I like Rory's Nike stuff. He's a solid Nike guy.
Rory Nike guy.
Yeah.
Scotty Nike guy. Brooks Nike guy.
Yep.
And don't you love those Nike dudes? It must be written into the contract where if you're going to be a Nike guy in our golf line, you can't have a single thing on your hats or on your shirts because none of them ever do. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Where you'll have like this bank on this sleeve, this
Nike,
mutual fund on this sleeve.
Yeah.
John Daly's got things on his collars, things all over his shirt. He looks like a NASCAR.
Yeah.
No kidding. But back to the wide receivers, back to Zone 6 talk. And just to ask you straight up here, because we're talking about Emeka Egbuka and some others here, do you think he's going to go down as an all-time great wide receiver?
I think the only thing that will hurt his argument is the last game of the season and winning a bowl game and national championship. If he locks those things up this year, absolutely.
He will.
Absolutely.
It's team. It's a multi-pronged thing where it's team and individual. It's got. I mean, I'm with you. Yeah. It's got to be a big year here because he's had a 1,000. He's only one of 9 guys. Did you know that?
Well, like
with a 1,000-yard season in Ohio State football history.
Absolutely. No, it's not a hard thing. It's a very hard thing to do.
And if he can get a second 1,000-yard season, and I look very fondly at a guy that actually does have that amount of talent and gives 4 years. And I know you might say it's a different conversation now with NIL and some of the stuff you can earn by coming back here and the super team they were putting together, but he's a big reason that this still appears to be the super team that it is.
Yeah. I think for him to have that season and for us to win those last games I just mentioned, he has to, like, it's all going to come gift wrapped, that 1,000 yards, because he has to be productive. Like, he has to be a big part of this, right? Like, he has to be a leader.
Yeah.
And if he plays big in these games, it all comes in one. So I'm so excited for him, Tim.
Were you a big Polar Express guy? Christmas movie?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the Tom Hanks,
I had the
voice
book
and everything.
I had the book, and it came
in the book.
Came with the bell.
Yep.
I had the bell.
My book actually came with a CD.
Yeah, it had the CD in the bell, and it came in a plastic case.
It had an audio CD. Because we bought, like, I had the one from when, I had one that was probably from the 1980s or the early 90s. I don't know when that book was published, but then we bought a newer one for Jack to have, and it had the CD where Liam Neeson is reading it to you.
Dang, that's solid.
Can you believe that? Liam Neeson reading Polar Express. That's a terrible Liam Neeson. I can't do a Liam. Yeah. But seeing is believing is the big line in that. Seeing is believing. I don't think we got to see Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, all these other guys are going to help out Emeka Egbuka to know that this is probably the #1 receiving core in the country. I know, like, even, we were talking about this with Austin on Monday night, how you do want to see those guys walk through that door and do it, but we're in a prediction-based business here.
Yeah.
And those guys have so much talent. We didn't really need to see Marvin Harrison Jr. do it. We knew once we saw him play in the bowl game that he was going to come back that next season and be awesome. And he was. The
only thing about this group that makes me apprehensive on, like, big numbers, best in the country, is the offense that Chip Kelly will run. In the run.
As if it goes more run heavy.
The focus on running. Like,
focusing on that. You got Quinshawn and Trey.
Yeah, it will be a method to where, like, passing will just be for purpose, not for like all purpose. Like we won't just be throwing the ball on first and second. We'll get to downs where we have to pass, and these guys should get open and catch it. Now, I'm not saying that we won't have big days on big blowout games, but Tim, we're going to be very calculated with a guy like Will Howard. I don't want to lose him too much.
I think you like that too.
It's safe,
with the way, not necessarily safe, like not safe as death type stuff, but trestle ball, but just balanced attack.
Just pro chip ball, like
style, balanced attack, scoring points, running it, passing
not even
it,
Tressel
everything.
ball. I just think Chip Kelly. That's just who Chip Kelly is. You know, like he's not like Tressel. He attacks it a different way.
I know what you mean. He's got his own way, but it's going to get that running game heavily involved.
Absolutely,
and put up big time numbers.
Yes,
big time numbers in that department. So we'll see how that shakes out with the wide receivers. Yes, I still think they're the best in the country. I still do. They're too talented. Jeremiah Smith, oh man, he's gonna be fun.
So
he's gonna be fun.
I was over there this spring and I watched the practice. So Igminosa is playing a go ball.
Davison.
He breaks up the pass. Great coverage, great ball too. It was just a good defensive play. He goes to celebrate. You know the patented DB swipe.
Oh yeah.
Incomplete. Jeremiah Smith dives on the ground and catches it. And I was like, oh my
While
God.
he's celebrating the
breakup.
breakup.
Oh my gosh. This dude is like just awareness, body control, going full speed.
You better finish
the play.
You better finish the rep.
I said
against this guy.
That's all I need to see.
Oh man. I don't think many of us understood the adversity one of Ohio State's top football players goes through. We'll talk about that next. DeVier's in. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Common Man has spent the past 18 years telling you how much he hates people. And yes, that probably means you too. Common Man and T-Bone.
Weekdays at 3.
The Fan.
Want a great choice with great value? It's great to drive Honda and save thousands with low 1.9% financing. All your favorite Honda models are in stock. Save big on a great selection of cars, SUVs, and trucks, like the new 2024 Honda Ridgeline, now with low 1.9% financing. There's never been a better time to buy a new Honda. Search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 7/8/24.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Spending the money to replace our home's windows is rarely something we get excited about. We usually do it because our energy bills suck or our current windows, well, they're too messed up. But in working with the local Pella Columbus team, my eyes have been opened. New windows can legitimately change the entire look of your home. They've got windows and colors and styles like I've never seen, and they can change everything. So go see my friends at PellaColumbus.com or check them out at their brand new Polaris showroom.
Great coaching can make all the difference, especially when it comes to your money. At Right Pac Credit Union, our financial coaches are on your team. We'll help you create a winning game plan that's customized for your unique needs, so you can make the most of your hard-earned money and live the life you want to live. Best of all, Right Pac Credit Union serves all of Central Ohio, so getting in the game is easy. Let's win together. Stop by one of our Central Ohio member centers to get started today. Equal housing opportunity, insured by NCUA.
When it comes to getting a new roof, are you confident letting just anyone on the roof of your home? I'm Craig Schottenstein, owner of Schottenstein Roofing. Our team is dedicated to delivering outstanding value on every roof we repair or replace. Whether residential or commercial, Schottenstein Roofing meets the needs of every customer. From roof installation and repair to siding and gutters, you name it, we do it. Call Schottenstein Roofing, 614-321-8888. to schedule your free inspection today. Go to SchottensteinRoofing.com.
The Fan app is about to become your new best friend. Your one-stop shop for all your favorite fan shows. ESPN Columbus and BetQL. Live or on demand, listen on your schedule. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. It's free. Do it.
Your Memorial Day weekend haul can be found with one stop at Meijer. Pick up fresh from Meijer 80% lean ground beef family pack for just $2.99 a pound. Plus, buy 5, save $5 on Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, Breyer's ice cream, and 24-pack Coca-Cola or Pepsi products, plus deposit where applicable. And rev up your savings and earn 50 points per gallon of gas pumped at any Meijer Express through June 1st. Get everything you need for Memorial Day this week at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all the deals in the Meijer app.
New 2024. Up to 72 months Aria. Up to 36 months Rogue. And 6/3/24.
Reichert Nissan has an announcement to make. 0% financing is now available for up to 72 months. Take a Reichert Nissan Aria home today and pay 0% for 72 months. But that's not all. Reichert Nissan also has 0% financing on Rogue 2. Visit the Reichert Mega Mall off 270 and 33 or shop thousands at ReichertNissan.com. Save more this Memorial Day weekend, only at Reichert. We're dealing.
With approved credit. Residency restrictions apply. Offers cannot be combined. Dealer contribution affects consumer cost.
Jimmy walks up to the line. His credit card debt is calling a blitz. He signals to Upstart.com for an audible. Final play. Bike. Jimmy drops back. In a flash, he cuts over to a streaking Upstart.com with a no-cost rate check on a personal loan. He's wide open. An easy toss for Jimmy by finding a great rate in minutes. He applies, he's approved, and touchdown.
Tackle your credit card debt with a personal loan. Check your rate at Upstart.com today. That's Upstart.com. Loans are made by Upstart Lending Partners. Loan terms will be determined based on credit, income, and other information provided in your application. Not all applicants will be approved. And now we're on our way with COTA, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Whether it's game day or every day, COTA moves Buckeyes fans down the line toward victory. Download the Transit app today for an easy way to plan and pay for your next trip. Visit COTA.com/transit app to learn more.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource. Proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Brace yourselves for more Buckeye banter. This is the Buckeye Show.
Timmy Hall and my man DeVier Posey in the house tonight on a lovely Wednesday. We'll talk some more Buckeye football here in a second, but I want to tell you about my friends from Tri-State Men's Health. You know they're my buddies, DeVier. You can call them at 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. I've been on the low testosterone treatment train, and choo-choo, that thing has me buzzing, man. It has checked a lot of boxes because, you know, I've heard all these, you know, ads. I've heard of all these services before, right? And, you know, you hear some of those symptoms, right? Sluggish, tired, sleep is a little off. Maybe the workouts aren't the greatest. You're not getting those results that you always did. And the libido might not be the same. That's a big one, right? The sex drive. You got to have that. So I wondered if this would help. And getting the treatment, quick shots in the ace, right? No pain. You know how I am with needles, too. Working wonders, man. It just has me feeling more lively. I'm able to last deeper into the night. You know, I get home at 8 o'clock, so dinner's a little bit later than usual, and I'm not crashing on the couch as quickly as I always was. That was the main thing that I was looking for in all this. I mean, you hear how hopped up I sound. I'm like I'm on a permanent Mountain Dew Code Red.
You're all hyped up on Mountain Dew.
It's great, man. So go to the website, tristatemenshealth.com. You can take a low T quiz, 10 questions. It will help you out so you can find out if this is something that can help you. The first appointment is $99. You get the medical consult. They'll tell you everything. The staff is lovely. The facilities are great. The Westerville one, the one I go to in Hilliard off a cemetery in 270. If you sign up for testosterone the day of the appointment, that visit is free. So that's a great deal.
Absolutely.
Tell them, yeah, it is, man. Tell them Timmy Hall sent you. Tri-State Men's Health. So I'm looking at this. Our buddy Beam, he loves to show off when he cuts that grass. What is it about dudes and grass? Cutting that lawn, man. It's just great summertime fun.
The lawn dude on Instagram.
Tell me about the lawn dude on Instagram.
He's such a great follow. Oh, he's such a great follow. He can do the zigzags. He can do the swirls.
So he's actually really good at cutting the lawn. It's not like a parody account.
He has a drone, and he shows his clients, and then he can also cut bushes.
It's a show-off guy.
Great commentary over his stuff. I love him. Love him. Can't do what he can do.
I got to tell you, I hate cutting the grass.
Hate it?
Hate it. We got all
Same.
We got all these people. Now, here's the thing. I appreciate you saying that, Baker. Same wavelengths. I love the way it looks. I will get out there. I will do the work. I want to do my part so our neighborhoods can look clean and those sharp lines. I don't let that thing get to jungle height, okay? But Baker, boy, do I think it sucks, especially in the spring season, because I like to do the weed control because I like a thick, full, luscious grass. But the spring sucks, man. I got to cut this 2-3 times a week just to keep up with it, and I got to bag it so my mower doesn't get clogged. I hate it.
I love that I don't have to worry about it because it's all taken care of at my condo.
The HOA fee.
I was just thinking about this the past couple weeks because it was so hot, and I hate it when it's in the 90s.
Too hot.
I always say I was built for San Diego, not Texas. And this super hot, I've just disliked it so much. And I was so thankful that I didn't have to go out and cut grass in this ridiculous 90-degree heat.
Well, San Diego, not Texas. Why not Seattle? Why not New Hampshire? Like Ryan Day.
Rains a lot.
I think it's rainier here in Columbus than it is in Seattle.
No way.
I think it is.
No way.
T-Bone, and he would know. He's Nature Boy.
Yeah,
Nature Boy Rick Bone.
I personally take pride in cutting grass. It was my first job as a kid, cutting the grass with my uncle. I worked for his business, Bake, and I used to take pride in it.
I take pride in it. I hate it, though. Two things, can't they both be true?
They could be true.
It's got to get done. Sometimes there's a job that's got to get done.
Yeah.
I will step up and do that job. That doesn't mean I have to like it.
Yeah.
I'd like to find another job.
I know.
People would like me to find another job.
We got to take the trash out with a smile on our face, Tim.
So look, this one takes kind of a serious turn. But when I saw this article, this one really stopped me because you were just talking about our running game and how this is going to be such a huge part of the team. It will be. This guy's been a great player. I think he's taken a beating too on social media the last couple years, and people have questioned his toughness and where he is. And I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt because I've put on enough film of TreyVeyon Henderson to know that this guy is a tough son of a gun. Yes, and he's got some film where he is lowering his shoulder and taking on a linebacker that's got 20 or 30 pounds on him. And he will lay the boomstick if he's got to. Like, I know, like, he's a speedy guy and you would like him to run away from the tacklers if he can to get some home run balls. But that first season at Ohio State, I mean, you got a 1,400-yard running back, you know?
Yes.
That's what you got with this guy. But when you're reading this thing, Andy Anders' article in 11 Warriors about how he has struggled in the past from sleep paralysis, he's had mental health struggles. He goes in to talk about, thoughts of suicide in his past. It just makes you, it makes you think back to some players that have struggled with this in the program before. So you kind of know that they've got some ways that they can handle this and some outreach and how they can take care of these guys. Obviously, Ryan Day's upbringing is well publicized and how he lost his father. So Ryan and his wife and how heavy they are into mental health awareness, that's a good thing. But Trey, it had been publicized a bit, his upbringing and how it wasn't that perfect picture of just growing up and, happy-go-lucky, all that stuff. This was a rough area, a Richmond, Virginia suburb where he grew up in. You know what I mean? And he talked about, how he would sit there and cry and wondering how he could help his mom, who was working so hard to help them out. You know that this football journey, like this was truly a case where TreyVeyon got into football because he was a kid who was struggling.
Yes.
And needed an avenue and needed something to get lost in. And look how far he's taken it so far. What a job he's done to overcome all those mental hurdles of being suicidal at times.
Yeah.
And finding a way to manage that and get help. As everybody hopefully knows, there are places to go and get help. You can always talk to somebody.
No, this is the part of football that I take very seriously because, there is a sacrifice, the money, the fame, the accolades, the awards, the status, but it comes at a cost with your physical body and being able to manage, physically what you're going through and then also mentally and being able to seek help, speak about it, work through it, know that it's just like anything in the weight room. You got to get out there and get with a specialist, and you got to lift those mental weights, Tim. You got to work through those thoughts because it's something that won't get any. It'll still be loud. So you got to quiet those and figure out how can I work through this. So got to commend somebody who's, open to talking about it and working on it.
Yeah, and talking about like sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
That's just
I think I got that too.
You're stuck. You're stuck in between like your dream and waking up. I swear I've maybe experienced that once or twice, but I couldn't tell you why or when or what was going on. But where, you're just kind of frozen there, and to experience that over and over and over again, and to not know how to get out of that, that's a tough deal.
I get it. I get crazy dreams. Like I'm always about to play, but I never get to play. And I think that's like my mind telling me like, you're done. Like I'll be in the locker room, tie my cleats, and like something happens. Somebody pull me here, pull me there. And it's just like, I'll wake up like, dang, I didn't get to play today. So I understand being stuck in something. It doesn't go away.
Well, it's amazing to see the career that TreyVeyon has had so far, and he really seems like he's one of these guys that's in it. So he can earn for his family and help out his mom as much as he can, and help out the people that have helped him get to this spot. And just like Emeka, I mean, I know they did this one appearance here recently. Like huge faith guy, like big time faith-driven dude. He talks about that all the time, like CJ does.
Yeah.
And it's something that you do see, pretty heavy in football in that culture, and he's in that. So it's good that TreyVeyon has found a way to exist through all of that and do a good job.
Amen.
Yeah. 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. That's a simple one to remember, right? Just three numbers right there. 988. Anyone out there that's struggling, that is a place that can help you out. So, NIL, it's sure to be bringing the fans some interesting opportunities. It always does. We've got these collectives. We've got all these things here. And we're going to tell you about the next one as the 10 TV legend, Dom Tiberi, is going to join us in studio. So we'll see where the heck this goes. Little thing called You'll See. That's next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
All the 10 TV people come over to our side of the building to take a deuce. That should tell you something about how we operate. The Fan.
Since 1897, the Byers Auto family of dealerships has been serving Central Ohio's transportation needs. When we first opened our doors, our vehicles were fueled by oats and hay, required saddles, not seatbelts, and had shoes instead of tires. Over 120 years later, Byers Auto is still family-owned and operated. Our goal is to provide the best selection, price, and service in Central Ohio. And it's all on one website, buyersauto.com.
Come see why it's better to buy from Byers.
Byers Auto is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Marathon has some great news about the number 5, so I'm going to say it 5 times in 5 different ways. Join Marathon Rewards and earn up to $5 in rewards on your first visit. Join and earn 5 cents in rewards for every gallon you buy. Join in as little as 5 seconds. Join to make 5 friends jealous. Join and get high fives. It's easy to sign up at the station or go to marathonrewards.com. By joining with your phone number, you are agreeing to receive recurring automated informational marketing SMS/MMS messages from Marathon. Consent not required for purchase. Messaging and data rates may apply.
Hi, I'm Gene Smith, Senior Vice President and Director of Athletics. Ohio State Athletics and Cardinal Health know how important diversity, equity, and inclusion are to the success of our community, employees, and student athletes. And we believe an equitable culture creates a community that attracts and retains the very best. Visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Buckeye-inclusion to learn more and join us as we educate and celebrate the value of diversity and inclusion.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
The Fan is your home for NBA playoff action. Catch every game of the conference finals and NBA finals on The Fan and ESPN Columbus. How does one listen to such magical things? On the Fan app, silly. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. Do it.
Your Memorial Day weekend haul can be found with one stop at Meijer. Pick up fresh from Meijer 80% lean ground beef family pack for just $2.99 a pound. Plus, buy 5, save $5 on Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, Breyer's ice cream, and 24-pack Coca-Cola or Pepsi products, plus deposit where applicable. And rev up your savings and earn 50 points per gallon of gas pumped at any Meijer Express through June 1st. Get everything you need for Memorial Day this week at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all the deals in the Meijer app.
Great coaching can make all the difference, especially when it comes to your money. At Right Pack Credit Union, our financial coaches are on your team. We'll help you create a winning game plan that's customized for your unique needs, so you can make the most of your hard-earned money and live the life you want to live. Best of all, Right Pack Credit Union serves all of Central Ohio, so getting in the game is easy. Let's win together. Stop by one of our Central Ohio member centers to get started today. Equal housing opportunity, insured by NCUA.
It was a quiet night in Columbus, maybe a little too quiet. Me, Philip Flapper, plumbing detective. I was finishing up for the night when she walked in. Long hair, 2 legs, a couple of arms, a nose, elbows. Pretty standard equipment for this neighborhood. I looked at her, she looked at me, and then we did that thing where we both spoke at the same time. What can I do for you? I'm sorry, that was awkward. We went on to talk about clogs, funny odors, water going down the drain too slow. This is above my pay grade, I told her, and gave her this website, apexpros.com. They're the pros who knows, the kinds of plumbers who don't mind getting their hands dirty. And believe me, what's down those pipes is dirty. Ugh. Call the pros, Apex Pros. And that was it. She walked out of my life, using those legs I told you about earlier.
Hi, it's Alex, the friendly Apex Bear from Apex Pros. Apex plumbers are the pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The best sports talk in the Big Ten lives right here. Now back to the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday night. Timmy Hall, DeVier Posey, and our man from 10 TV, Dom Tiberi, saunters into the studio. By the way, we here are sponsored by our friends at CareSource and by Schottenstein Roofing. For top quality and a price match guarantee, visit SchottensteinRoofing.com. Dom, it's so good to see you. We had some fun today.
Yes, we did.
Didn't we? Recording a little round table about the Memorial Tournament coming up.
Talking about golf and, who you like to win and how you placate to the players, whereas I say they need to get tougher.
Placate.
Well,
please.
Is that a word, DeVier?
I don't know. Let's look it up. I got to go.
I think that's pretty.
You use that well.
Real quick, let me just say, hi, Pizza Mike. He's out there.
Oh, Pizza Mike
is listening.
I've never had the pleasure.
You know what? Let me tell you what. You're a pizza connoisseur. This gentleman won best pizza in the United States and went to Italy.
Oh, Mike.
You think Mike will bring us some pizzas? Mike, we want some pizzas.
Well, let me tell you what. When we used to play golf, with Mike Red, he would deliver them to the course.
That is a quiet.
Now that's a name drop there.
That's a stunt right there.
Back when I was banging and I was playing golf with Michael Red, one of the best
pizzas
basketball. You can ask Mike. Ask him if it's not true. It's true.
How did you get Dom? There's an aura when you come into the when you come in here, and I feel it. And you know what I feel? Like you get pizzas delivered to you while you're golfing. I know it.
Well, Moose and I and Earl Bruce and Pizza Mike, Coach Coop. Yeah.
Man,
I want to get invited to one of those rounds.
What style of pizza are we talking here? Like traditional style?
Oh, yeah.
Like traditional.
Like good.
We're not a Sicilian, but a...
No, it's Columbus
just
type. Square, yeah.
He's doing the
but
thin...
He's
doing a thin cracker crust. Yeah. Central Ohio style.
Very good.
Pepperoni pesto.
Oh, yeah, it's a good pep.
Like an old world pep.
Well, yeah.
End to end.
Yeah. They call it now the old world. It's what we grew up with. Now everything's old because we are old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What are your other favorite styles of pizza, Dom?
I do like a deep dish Chicago.
Yeah. Really?
I do like it.
I'm a Detroit guy.
And then I also like the deep dish Detroit.
I like Detroit.
Like for people that wanted like a Jets style.
Yeah,
like the thick crust Jets style.
I think that's good.
So you guys, so it goes Detroit, Chicago, New York. For me, it's Detroit, New York, Chicago.
I would say if I'm doing my hierarchy, I would start with that New York style.
I like that New York.
Yeah, that
one piece of pizza fill you up.
Oh well, no, I could eat like 6 of them.
Whoa.
There's there's this place if
you fold it over and make a taco.
Absolutely. You're either in New York City or for me, like I would have this by going to the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
That's where me and my family would do kind of a family reunion beach week in Wildwood, New Jersey, and up and down that boardwalk there in the woods.
Right.
Several New York style or boardwalk style slices, as we would call them. But through the years we got wise and we're like, why are we getting the slices that are in the glass there when we can buy a hot, fresh pizza right out of the oven? That pizza, we were always up there with like 4 or 5 other people when we're walking the boardwalks. The whole pie is gone in an instant.
I would argue pizza is probably America's #1 food.
I would agree with that.
I mean, wouldn't you?
I would agree with that.
#1.
Yeah.
I mean, what's next to that? Wings?
Pizza,
then
like,
wings,
I don't know.
burgers.
Spaghetti's right there,
I like
too.
some fried chicken.
I know.
You can't get fried chicken
I'll tell you
everywhere.
what.
Yeah.
Spicy fried chicken.
Absolutely.
A little hot. I'll tell you, down south, they can make chicken. I'm telling you. Everywhere.
Finding good fried chicken is hard.
Nashville-style chicken. I'm into all of it.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Dom Tiberi from 10 TV is here. So we're talking about NIL before the show.
Yes.
And one of the next things that's on the schedule here that you and me were kind of talking about and wondering, like, is this a thing? Like, what world are we living in where this is a thing? And, Coach Marotti, he is such a big name, and the mighty Mickey Marotti, right?
Right.
Over at Ohio State football, the head strength and conditioning coordinator. They are doing this deal called Friday Night Lift at the Powerhouse. It's Friday, June 21st.
St. John Arena, right?
St. John Arena, right? Like they took the scoreboard down, but the arena's still there, and the wooden seat backs are so cool, and it's kind of a big, giant gym on the floor is what they've turned that thing into. And for a fee, you can go there and you can watch a lift. If you've ever wondered what that scene looks like, to see how all these college football dudes, DeVier, you can attest, the blood and the sweat and the tears that goes into this is the hardcore workouts in the off season that get you ready. They're turning this into a mingle event. Come by, spend $100, watch this, get some autographs afterwards. That's where we are now.
Well, I think it's a minimum $100. Here's the bottom line. There's only a handful of programs in the United States that can do something like this.
Yeah.
I mean, you're paying to go watch guys lift weights. Now, let me tell you, as a guy that have seen it a couple times at the Woody when Coach Mick's putting them through it, it is impressive to see.
Yeah.
And it's not just lifting weights. Everything he does, it's like it's a game. That he's pushing them in between reps, everything else.
Yeah.
Everything is all about keeping your heart rate up and pushing it and competing amongst yourself and amongst your teammates. And it's going to be impressive to say. But let me just say this. I think I said to you, are you kidding me? We're going to pay to go watch guys lift weights. There are a handful of programs that people will do that, and Ohio State is one of them. And as I sit here and I think about other things they can sell for NIL money.
What would you want to see?
Well,
what would you want to see?
I've
Tour the shoe. That's going to be a thing.
Here's the deal. I get to see it. So I've already seen all of it. But as I think about some of the things from the cool factor that the fans would pay big money to see, I mean, I don't think it's far off that there's going to be a deal because – DeVier, you've been over there, the dining area where the kids eat now. I mean, it's a cafeteria.
It's an NFL-style cafeteria.
It's a restaurant. They
make anything you want.
They can make pizzas in there. They got a pizza stone in there.
You want a crab omelet with cream cheese? They'll make
all that.
Yeah.
I see that come. I mean, think about this. Last year, they sold, 2 or 3 practices during the summer. You could go watch practice. This year, you're going to be able to watch Coach Mick put them through.
Is it far off? Woody too, right?
Yeah,
you can tour the Woody and get autographs.
Yeah, can you watch Ryan Day work for a day?
And a glass window.
Can you just sit in the leather couch in his office?
It depends on the money. It's like, think about this. There's people that have money that will pay for this kind of stuff. Yeah. Why wouldn't someone pay big dollars to go sit and eat training table with the players?
I just got an idea. You should do a day with Dom, post-game interviews, and you should charge people.
Well, let's figure out how
you know what I'd get for that?
No. You get
what I'd
something.
get for that?
You get some money with that.
I get some grief.
Half of the sports card packs that I open has like a slip on the back that's, be a kid reporter at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's one of those experience type of things.
All that is going to be up for sale until they figure this thing out. And it's still the Wild West. And Ohio State is fortunate that they're one of those programs where people will. I mean, think about this. The Buckeye Cruise for Cancer. And you go on that.
Great time.
You know how much money they've raised. Other schools have attempted it.
It's hard.
But only at Ohio State can they pull it off. Chris and Lisa, what they've been able to accomplish with that Buckeye Cruise, the amount of money they've raised. Because it's Ohio State.
Hey, Dom, stay right there for our next segment. We got the College Football Pulse coming up here.
All right.
DeVier is here. Dom Tiberi from 10 TV. Going to tell you why our guys Tyvis and DeVier better be checking their mail every day for years. We'll do the College Football Pulse next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
We're your radio home for the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. We may have a bit of a football problem. Oh, yeah? The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
We always come through for you when you need us to. That's ECO's promise to you. And for AC repair and installation, that means today, not tomorrow. If you have an air-conditioned breakdown, we'll get a tech out to your home today. Or we'll give you a year's EcoFi Advantage membership for free. And make no mistake, we're a repair, not replace company. Our techs are trained to give you all your repair options. Sometimes, though, it just makes more financial sense to replace. And that's where we really come through for you when you need us to. Because we'll replace your AC system same day. No sleeping overnight in a hot, humid house. Or we'll take $1,500 off the cost of your new system and provide you with portable AC units for your bedroom. That's what coming through for you when you need us to means. So if you need AC repair, call ECO for same-day service. We'll get your home cool again. We'll make it happen today.
At GetEco.com.
And now we're on our way with COTA, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Whether it's game day or every day, COTA moves Buckeyes fans down the line toward victory. Download the Transit app today for an easy way to plan and pay for your next trip. Visit COTA.com/transit app to learn more.
It's no fun to get blindsided. That's why you need to know what's coming in Ohio Medicaid.
Championship quarterback Cardale Jones.
Recent changes in Ohio Medicaid could impact you. If your information isn't up to date, you could lose your health insurance. Call the Ohio Department of Medicaid so you don't have to scramble to stay insured.
Call 800-324-8680. A public health message from CareSource.
That's what I call forward progress.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a Buckeye, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce. And jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Jimmy walks up to the line. His credit card debt is calling a blitz. He signals to Upstart.com for an audible. Final play. Bike. Jimmy drops back. In a flash, he cuts over to a streaking Upstart.com with a no-cost rate check on a personal loan. He's wide open. An easy toss for Jimmy by finding a great rate in minutes. He applies. He's approved. And touchdown.
Tackle your credit card debt with a personal loan. Check your rate at Upstart.com today. That's Upstart.com. Loans are made by Upstart Lending Partners. Loan terms will be determined based on credit, income, and other information provided in your application. Not all applicants will be approved.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. The Fan. Sports. Sports Center.
Good evening. I'm Ryan Baker. The Cincinnati Reds haven't won 2 in a row since April 23rd and 24th. They're trying to do that right now down at Great American Ballpark, hosting the San Diego Padres. They're in the top of the second inning. The game is tied at 1. Jamar Candelario has a solo home run for the Reds. Luis Arraez has one for the Padres. The Cleveland Guardians got their second straight series sweep, beating the New York Mets 6-3 today. Andres Gimenez with a 3-run homer. Rookie Jonathan Rodriguez, the game-winning hit. In the NBA, the Western Conference Finals get underway tonight at 8:30. The Minnesota Timberwolves hosting the Dallas Mavericks. At 8 tonight, the NHL's Eastern Conference Finals begin when the New York Rangers host the Florida Panthers. The Buckeye baseball team moved on in the Big Ten tournament by beating Nebraska 15-2. They'll take on Indiana tomorrow afternoon at 3. You can hear that one over on ESPN Columbus.
It's time for the College Football Pulse on the Buckeye Show.
Sponsored by Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. Need heating, cooling, plumbing, or electric? Call a carpenter.
All right, hour 2 of the Buckeye Show. Our man Ryan Baker back there producing, and on the desk, DeVier Posey is here tonight. Dom Tiberi of 10 TV. Hold on a second. Oh, there you go, Dom.
I'm sorry. We're on YouTube, aren't we?
Yes, thank you for
Which camera
saying.
am I on?
This is your camera.
You're on that one over there.
Hello, everybody. I'm the old guy waving at you.
That's beautiful. Yes, we are live on YouTube. We've been doing this for a couple of weeks. We've been banging for a while now. So when you're on the tube, search up 97.1 The Fan. And just be sure to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, and that's going to be the spot for you. Dom, if you can see him now, is going gaga over something on QVC.
What is that? That's crab cake.
That was a lot of filler in that.
It looked like crab cake souffle or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of filler in there.
Yeah,
They ground it up a lot.
Egg Harbor 5-ounce premium jumbo lump crab cake. You got to get the lump.
Yeah.
The
Lump.
back thin lump.
Yeah.
Lump.
That's the good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Might be my all-time. We were talking about pizza back there.
Yeah.
Crab. I was telling you, if someone wanted to actually remove the meat for me,
You'll do it.
might be my all-time favorite food. I will do that. I will try. But if someone like a butler was going to give me all the meat in the world, all-time favorite food.
One year in Hilton Head, the kids and I and my wife, we caught 30 of them.
Yeah.
And we cooked them up.
They weren't from the illegal traps, were they?
I don't know. We were throwing.
Somehow they ended up in our
We had
boat.
these net things, and we put chicken necks in there, and the crabs come from everywhere, the blue ones.
Unbelievable.
Not illegal if you don't get caught.
Well, no, we
Right,
had a
make it back to
license.
Ohio.
We
They
had
climbed
a
up in our boat.
license.
Dom Scheffler there in the crab catching
so
scene.
we cleaned them up, and boy, it's a lot of work to get them out. There's just like a little.
Did you cook them live? You got to cook them live.
Well,
That's
yeah,
how you
you
cook
can't
'em.
eat. You can't.
cook
You
'em
can't.
live.
What else are you
if
gonna
they're
do?
dead, you don't eat them.
Well, sometimes
It's not
you
like a
perch,
bird.
you perch
That's
them.
what they said.
You perch them, get them to throw up.
Perch 'em?
Yeah, you put them on ice, get them to throw up, and then
What?
Yeah, man.
Throw up.
Yeah, you got to get. They got to clean their bellies out.
I have
What is
no
he-
idea
what
what,
is he
you're
talking
about.
I'm trying to teach you guys something, but you know.
What is it?
Where are you from?
Tell
Where
me.
did you learn that? In Cincinnati? You're
No,
from
in
Cincinnati.
Houston. In Houston.
You
With the
put 'em on-
crabs?
you put them on ice. You get them to throw up, perch them, clean their bellies out, and then you cook them live. You
I
gotta
didn't,
do that.
I didn't do any of that.
What's it
I
look
just
like?
boiled them.
What's
I
it
didn't
look
know.
like when a crab is vomiting?
Oh, man.
You just do
Like
it overnight.
pus?
No, you just do it overnight. You eat them the
I'm
next
going to
day.
look that up.
You know, do it the next day.
I'm not saying. I just never heard of that.
I just thought you.
All right,
I
guys.
just thought you threw them and you
the-
steamed them. I
Yeah,
thought you
I-
put them in a steamer. Live crabs.
Yeah.
You get the bushel of crabs. They're so expensive.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so
Where
expensive.
else can you get this kind of information other than the Buckeye Show?
You like a good crab, Baker?
Hey, crab's good. It's kind of difficult to deal
is.
with, but
It is.
I like it better than lobster.
Can you imagine some
too.
guys
Me too.
driving 270 right now, and these idiots are talking about crabs throwing up?
We're in the middle of Ohio.
This is
We're
off
talking
season right
about
here. This is Buckeye Show in off season.
delicious Maryland blue crab cakes.
Some guy's driving right now wanting to go to Windward Passage. That's what he wants to do.
Where is the Columbus Seafood Market? Like, let's get to it right now. All right, Baker, big things happening in college football. NIL is involved with this for sure, but where are we going here? A couple of conferences have made some moves.
Yeah, and it seems like every day we're talking about a new lawsuit with everything going on in college football and all the NIL. The Big 12 and the ACC, they have said that they would like to settle the antitrust suits going on. I think it's $2.7 million. Billion dollars, excuse me. Billion.
$1 billion.
That they're trying to give to former athletes. The settlement is widely expected to pass. It will chart a new course for college sports and establishing a framework for schools to share the millions and millions of dollars with their athletes in the future and create that $2.7 billion fund to pay former athletes who were not allowed to sign NIL deals in the past.
So, DeVier.
So the Big Ten is in on this now. So it's the Big 12, the ACC, and us in Big Ten country. It's fascinating how quickly, DeVier and Dom, that these major conferences are basically saying, yep, there ain't no way in hell that we could win something like this in court. So our only course of action is to settle and to come up with these giant sacks of cash to pay. So, DeVier, like when you talk about former players,
reparations,
guys like reparations, guys like you, guys like Tyvis. I think I can remember a story from Beanie's past where maybe the Ed O'Bannon slip got sent to his mom's house. I always say I'm going to text Beanie to get the full scope of what that story was, but there was some great story about maybe not catching the class action opt-in slip, or really you just sign your name, right? You sign your name, mail it back in.
Yeah.
Just be sure you're on the lookout for anything that might be coming that's just giving you free money.
I'm looking for it.
Be ready.
Here's the bottom line, fellas. This day's been coming with all the lawsuits that have been filed in the past. And remember there was one at Ohio State involving posters that were...
at the stadium.
At the stadium.
A Honda thing, yeah.
Remember that? And
I do. Who was in one of those posters?
Spielman, some other guys.
Yeah.
But here's the bottom line. Everyone says the NCAA should have got it, and I agree, the NCAA, but the NCAA, let's not forget, are the member schools. I mean, this day has been coming. The days of Woody Hayes and
the days of Hayes
they're gone, and they're not coming back. The genie's out of the bottle.
But you know what?
When you have coaches making $10 million a year, coordinators making $2+ a year,
don't you think Woody back in the day? I'd be interested.
He turned his raises down. He didn't. Woody's thing was money would be the ruination of the game.
He was right. He was absolutely right. So maybe it's not Woody, but as we went through time, I'd be interested to see what all these coaches' salaries were and how they grew from year to year. And when they, like you're alluding to, Dom, when they got to a point where you had to look around the room and say, well, this is ridiculous. You got a coach making $1 million a year and the players don't make anything?
That was like...
It doesn't make any sense.
That was like when Coop was the first $1 million man and everyone was pulling their hair out. What's going on? I mean, and now... where's it end? And here's the bottom line. The money is only going to become bigger. Greater. You think about a 12-team playoff now. What's that going to generate?
Absolutely.
You think about kids now that are going to be playing potentially 16 games in a season. The whole thing.
But they're going to have to share it.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
And what's that percentage cut going to look like?
Well, my question
for the
is...
bigger schools who bring more visibility.
Yeah. But Timmy, like the majority of Division I programs lose money. The Ohio State and Michigan.
I know.
This is...
Even a lot of big-name programs, they are barely even when you look at those expense reports.
Back in the old days, before the Big Ten Network, and before that, Indiana, Northwestern, they weren't making any money on football, but now, what they're all, and it's like, it's the world we live in, and... that's why I believe more and more we are heading, and we're seeing it. It's going to be the SEC, the Big Ten. You're going to see these super conferences. I think here's where I worry it's heading. Ohio State has 36 varsity sports?
Yep.
I think Alabama has 26, I read. What's going to happen when football is taken out of the equation?
Going to happen.
What is going to happen?
And I know Gene spoke on this when he had that hour-long chat. I forget exactly what he said, but he had thoughts on that. And he's, as an athletic director, this is something we could ask Ross Bjork about coming up because he's going to deal with this. But a lot of it's going to have to probably lose scholarships, right?
Well, you basically, it is the professionalism of college football.
And men's basketball,
for certain schools,
maybe women's basketball.
Men's basketball. Well, women's grew a lot this year, but they're not, we're talking
playing
about
catch up.
In the United States. I would argue in the United States of America, the two biggest sports right now are the NFL and college football.
Absolutely.
1 and 2.
Absolutely.
And to me, the NFL has never paid its fair share, Timmy. Think about this, DeVier. They allow the colleges, and you know, when Maurice Clarett challenged the one and done, and he originally was awarded that, it was the NFL in New York City
said no,
that fought it in the courts in New York City because it's the greatest farm system in the world. They allow the colleges to go out, recruit the DeVier Poseys out of Cincinnati, make them household names for 3 years. You know what the NFL draft's like. Have you Have you seen the other NFL draft? I mean, the other pro drafts, baseball, hockey, whatever. It's nothing like the NFL. Household name, DeVier Posey. And then after 3 years, they come and take your best players. What's the NFL paying for that?
Nothing.
Great system.
It's a great system for them, which is why they should work a little bit more together on their scheduling for the college football playoff and the NFL postseason. I think we already saw an example of where they're going to have one of the rounds of the college football playoff, and there's NFL slated for that day.
I can't wait to see the ratings on that.
I think the colleges might be saying.
I was about to say.
I think the colleges might be getting to the point where they're going to say, "Wait a minute, you guys have had a great. We're going to compete with you.
You can compete with them, TV visual wise. I just feel like you will.
I mean, it's the college football playoff, and it's expanding.
It's a national product versus a regional product.
We love both leagues. That's what's special about Americans in this sport is that it's really different from anywhere else in the world where you've got two different but great levels of American football, and they're both humongous. And the money that they can generate and the ratings that they can generate. Yeah, soccer's huge. Soccer's huge over there, right? But there's nothing that's really competing like with the Premier League in England.
No.
Like that's what they're watching. No. They might have their second tier, third tier, whatever, but that goes down in a big way.
Absolutely.
That's it.
I mean, it when you think about the money that's going to be generated though this year from college football.
Be the most ever
and
made.
The TV deals. And it was like, you know, how smart is all the networks? They're going along with the NFL model that NBC, ABC, CBS, ESPN, they all are going to have games now. I mean, we just found out that the Big Ten title game is going to be on CBS this year. How sweet is that?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Dom, thank you so much for coming by tonight.
Tim, I just want to thank you always for everything. And Tim was on Wall to Wall Sports last week.
Did he kill it?
This dude, you know,
take Timmy.
He's really good on radio.
Yeah.
But he could do television.
Absolutely.
He could.
Wow.
He's got better hair than Adam King. He does, don't you think? He's got that little Johnny Bravo going.
Take that, King.
I'm not getting into that.
When you're wearing that Pebble Beach swag, it's easy to look good on TV.
But I do want to know what the heck I want to know what they're paying this guy. He's talking about I went to Scotland and I bought some Peter Millar. Meanwhile, I'm going to Plain City and I thought I was a big timer buying Amish butter.
Going to the outlet.
Peter Millar.
Well, Dom, you're going to be taking a shuttle bus to Der Dutchman pretty soon, and you're going to be loving every minute of it.
I love Der Dutchman. Thank you.
You're going to be loving it. Dom Tiberi.
I never met a buffet I didn't like, baby.
Me neither. We'll do that together. Dom Tiberi of 10 TV. Hey, one topic, Baker. What an easy pulse today.
Love it.
Beautiful. All right, coming up here. Not doing Harbaugh yet. A Buckeye legend has fired a warning shot to his new teammate. What's going on? We'll tell you. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
Death, taxes, and beating Michigan every damn year. This is your flagship home for Ohio State football. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Get a great deal on select Kubota equipment, the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S. The versatile lineup is built to help you make the most of your land. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $800 on qualifying implements. Now through October 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com/disclaimers for full disclaimer.
Hello, I'm Gene Smith, Senior Vice President and Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletic Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donatos, Huntington, Kroger, The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, and 10 TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in the great state of Ohio through our Buckeyes Care initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag Buckeyes Care.
Jimmy walks up to the line. His credit card debt is calling a blitz. He signals to Upstart.com for an audible. Final play. Bike. Jimmy drops back. In a flash, he cuts over to a streaking Upstart.com with a no-cost rate check on a personal loan. He's wide open. An easy toss for Jimmy by finding a great rate in minutes. He applies, he's approved, and touchdown.
Tackle your credit card debt with a personal loan. Check your rate at Upstart.com today. That's Upstart.com. Loans are made by Upstart Lending Partners. Loan terms will be determined based on credit, income, and other information provided in your application. Not all applicants will be approved.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
Hi, I'm Gene Smith, Senior Vice President and Director of Athletics. Ohio State Athletics and Cardinal Health know how important diversity, equity, and inclusion are to the success of our community, employees, and student athletes. And we believe an equitable culture creates a community that attracts and retains the very best. Visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com/Buckeye-inclusion to learn more and join us as we educate and celebrate the value of diversity and inclusion.
And now we're on our way with Coda, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Whether it's game day or every day, Coda moves Buckeyes fans down the line toward victory. Download the Transit app today for an easy way to plan and pay for your next trip. Visit coda.com/transit app to learn more.
If you're obsessed with fantasy sports and gambling things, we have the slightly above average radio show for you. On the Money with Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas.
Presented by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Wednesday night at 8 on The Fan.
Hey, it's Anthony here for the Good Feet Store. You know, we do a segment on the show every week called Pressure, but that's about sports. What about the pressure your feet endure every day? I know mine did. When I went to the Good Feet store, I learned I was out of line. I joked, I already know that. They said, no, physically, my feet weren't being supported the right way. So when I went to the store on Polaris Parkway, they also have one on Stringtown Road, I took all the time I needed to walk around the store to see what felt and fit the best in my shoes. Once I had them in, my personal arch supports from the Good Feet store, my lower back pain went away. What a feeling. You need to get your free personalized fitting by one of their arch support specialists. For arch supports to be effective, they require a precision fit. That's why Good Feet arch supports are only available at the Good Feet store. You like them? You can wear them home. You have nothing to lose but the pain. So go to goodfeet.com today or go in and try the Good Feet feeling. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief, all from the Good Feet store.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly sunny, breezy, and warm with some strong thunderstorms possible on this Wednesday evening. High temperatures in the low to mid 80s. Showers and thunderstorms taper off tonight. Mostly cloudy skies down to the low 60s for Thursday morning. Mainly a chance of late day showers and storms. Otherwise, a bit of sunshine on Thursday with highs in the upper 70s. With your Doppler 10 forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Block O on the radio. This is the Buckeye Show.
Timmy Hall and DeVier Posey. Been a fun show so far. I like these Wednesdays with you. Puts me in a good mood.
Absolutely.
Middle of the week. It's great to see my friend Ryan Baker, who's filling in for Bodie, because Wednesday Ted. There's all these Wednesday things. Ted's never here on a Wednesday. The producer for Common Man and T-Bone. You're always here. You'll be with us a few days next week, I'm told. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's going to be fun.
Locked in.
We got Memorial Day coming up on Monday. A lot of fun things. What's the ultimate cookout for you? What's a great cookout menu for DeVier Posey?
It depends on what side of the country I'm in. Because if I'm
we're here in Columbus.
We're here in Columbus.
We're in Ohio. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it Ohio. We're in town.
Well, you said for me. I mean, I like crawfish broils. Those are always nice. But I always like a nice steak day.
That's exotic, Tyvis, for a cookout.
DeVier, yeah, I like.
Did I just say Tyvis?
Yeah, it's all good. I think I like steaks and I like brats. I like those days, and I'm learning to do ribs well.
That's you said brats. That's why I said Tyvis, because we just had it out about hot dogs and brats.
He doesn't like brats.
He does not.
Well, I'm from Cincinnati, so I like brats,
and I love brats. And we almost had an on-air fight about this because, look, I mean, who doesn't love a hot dog? Obviously, I love hot dogs.
Basic.
I'm not un-American.
Yeah, they're basic though.
Well, I mean, but you agree they can be good, right? Like they can hit the spot.
Yeah,
but a brat is superior. It's a brat. Like if there's a brat and a hot dog, I'm going to make sure that I at least get one of those brats on the plate.
I'm a brat and a Met guy.
I'll have both though.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to go with Tyvis on this. I'm not a brat guy. I don't really like them.
Really?
I would prefer a smoked sausage over a brat.
Oh, I'm having smoked sausage tonight.
There we go.
Yeah.
I would prefer that over a brat.
At Kirk Herbstreit yelling at you about Eckrich smoked sausage. Yeah, so a little meal that I like to have. This would not be a cookout type of meal, but like a quick weekday type of deal. You get a couple of packs of those smoked sausages. Those are whatever it is. Yeah. It could be how about a Hillshire Farm? Could I interest you in one of those? Or just the Meyer brand? Myers with an S. Sorry. Excuse me. So you just go with that. You just slice it up in the skillet, get a little zucchini squash and a little of the, plain green zucchini and a little white rice. Boom. Another little bowl meal right there. A little soy sauce on that. Makes it taste pretty good. Ties it together. Simple little weeknight meal. I encourage you to try it.
Yeah, I think that might be down our alley today.
Yeah, I'm with you on ribs, though. If you're going to spring for ribs in a cookout and do them right, smoke them even, or you can go premium and try to do a brisket. I still got to win the battle with a brisket. I got to do that this year.
Never won a brisket battle. Steaks, I got it down. Steaks are always, I got it to a timer. Just I know my time. It's 4 minutes. Each side.
You don't even. Do you actually time it, or is it just in your head?
No, I actually time it.
You do. You don't mess around.
The
with
margin of error for a steak, Tim. I
get it. Yeah, I get it.
1 minute with the grill closed.
If you know the night. If you know the heat on your grill, because every grill is going to be different. But if you found it, like if I turn it to this medium high, I know it's going to be at this temp, and yes, 3 minutes 45 seconds on each side, and that's all I need to do with the steak.
1 minute over can ruin a steak.
Because you like it probably medium rare, right?
Medium rare plus.
Yeah, medium rare plus.
Yeah, crispy to the edges.
A little flash it when it's done. We'll sear it. Sear it at the end.
You guys know the finger trick?
Tell me about the finger trick. That can mean a lot of things.
With knowing where your steak, how it is cooked. If you take your index finger and touch your thumb, and then touch your fatty part of the bottom of your thumb there, that's how the steak should feel if it's rare. Then you take the middle finger. That's how it should be if it's medium rare. Your ring finger, medium, and then so on.
I got a finger for you right here, Baker.
Yeah. I can read between the lines.
Read between the lines.
He had to take a shot at that.
All right, so let's talk about Justin Fields. Justin Fields, of course, had the whole saga in Chicago. I think a lot of us Buckeye fans were, wanting to see multiple quarterbacks make it in the NFL. Get over this thing. Let's put a quarterback or two in the National Football League and watch that guy flourish. Well, thank goodness we got C.J. Stroud, who is off and running, Rookie of the Year. Looks like he is well on his way to being a 10-year guy. You're looking for one of those. And Justin Fields, we really thought with the right kind of weapons around him that he could be that guy. But, man, it could not have gone worse in Chicago. They even brought in DJ Moore, but still there were some issues. They were not a good football team. And you can't absolve Justin Fields completely.
No, he's
because he was the quarterback and he had, 3 years of playing time there in Chicago. But now he winds up in Pittsburgh, and he was actually praising Ryan Poles in Chicago for helping him get to a spot where he wanted to go. But there also was this thing in Justin Fields' little media session where I wouldn't necessarily call this a shot at Russell Wilson, but he definitely wanted him to be aware that he does not have the mindset of just sitting all year, because they came kind of right out and said that Russell Wilson is our guy. Russell Wilson is the starter, even though Justin Fields is there too. Kenny Pickett is out of there. But he said, I'm coming in every day, giving it all I got and pushing him to be the best, and he's pushing me to be the best each and every day. But it was that part about how he's competing, and I think Russ knows that we're competing against each other every day, and I'm not having the mindset of just sitting all year here. Yeah. And I think with seeing Russell Wilson in the past couple of years, this is something that could happen for Justin.
I think this whole situation is about Justin Fields. This whole setup, the whole money, the whole move. There's been plenty of first-round draft picks that get traded, and it's all about them getting a fresh start. And I think for Russ' situation where this benefits him, just at the age he is in his career, you want to get that Jason Campbell, Chase Daniels backup, lifting up a younger guy. A part of Justin's success will be a part of Russ's success. And I just think Justin Fields needs a second chance. And I think a place like Pittsburgh, with a defense like that, it won't be that much on him. I think this whole situation will turn out to be on a positive side for Justin Fields. And at whatever point this happens, Tim, it's going to happen, and Justin Fields will be the starter with a fresh start in Pittsburgh.
So you are saying definitively he will start for the Pittsburgh Steelers at some point.
This whole quarterback situation.
I think Russell Wilson is cooked, man. I mean,
I don't want to say anything about negative with Russ. I love Russ. We're the same draft class. I just think it would be better for his career if he supports Justin. And I think it would be better for that team.
Look, Russell Wilson had a fantastic career. I'm not trying to say anything negative about him. I'm just trying to put my prediction out there. I don't think there's much more left in the tank with Russell Wilson in terms of being a starter that you could win a Super Bowl with. And if you're not winning a Super Bowl with, then maybe let's see what the 25-year-old stud who's a dual threat guy could possibly do for you going forward. He was cheap.
I'm all about the professional development for young quarterbacks. And I think finding someone like this, Justin hasn't had a pro to learn from. He was just thrown out there. In this situation, and the reason why I praise Atlanta, I think this model works better, Tim, than a J.J. McCarthy situation or a Bo Nix situation. Because if you lose them forever.
Praising Atlanta?
Absolutely.
Exactly the way they did it. Pay a guy.
Absolutely.
What was the guaranteed for Kirk again? Over $100 million?
I'm all about having a veteran there to usher you into the next generation of quarterbacks.
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you with that. But I thought it was weird how
I like that.
They just got Kirk and then just went really high with their first-round pick with a QB.
I like it. You can't pass on a penny. But
Seems like they got a Jimmy G situation going.
No, it's not that. I think
only they spent a lot more for the quarterback than what the Patriots spent for Jimmy G.
Yeah, it is. But the professional development, getting a guy like Justin Fields with a guy like Russell Wilson who has won a Super Bowl, there's no dollar amount for that. And Pittsburgh paid very cheap.
No, that's totally different. Yeah. Great setup there where you get rid of Kenny, who seemed to be a little bit of a problem guy there and wasn't going to be all that good anywhere, and Justin Fields is there for cheap. Mm-hmm. And when Russell goes bad, boom, you've got your guy. Like, let's see what Justin's got. Let's see how much he learned from that situation and what he's ready to do.
I love it.
The final days of Harbaugh at Michigan, described in detail. Some of the fun parts coming at you next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
If you've recently seen a photo of an older Baker Mayfield fresh off a bender, it's just Bo Bishop. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Summer is almost here, and NBC4 Today is giving you a chance to swim in cash. Get ready for summer. Check out NBC4 Today every morning, and you could win $400. Watch to win all this week on NBC4 Today at 6 a.m.
Tonight on Chicago Wednesday, it all comes down to an explosive 3-hour season finale event. First on Chicago Med, Archer and Goodwin must each make devastating decisions. Then on Fire, we say goodbye to a special hero who's been there since day one. And on PD, Voight's life is on the line and the unit races to try to save him. The Chicago Wednesday season finale event tonight on NBC.
Tonight beginning at 8 on NBC4. Local for you. Summer is almost here, and NBC4 Today is giving you a chance to swim in cash. Get ready for summer. Check out NBC4 Today every morning, and you could win $400. Watch to win all this week on NBC4 Today at 6 a.m.
Morning Juice.
The real zoo is just the humans here. We are the zoo. I think the next time I take William there, we're just going to hang out like by a park bench and just watch the people.
Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Affinity Whole Health.
Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
This offer is only available at Reichert Ford. 0% financing for 72 months on every 2023 Ford F-150 in stock. Take advantage of Reichert's rate before it's too late. Lock in your 0% rate and take a new truck home today. Thousands of vehicles are waiting at ReichertFord.com.
See dealer for details. N6324.
Exclusively at Reichert Ford. 0% for 72 months is now available on every new 23 F-150 in stock. Hundreds of trucks at ReichertFord.com. We're dealing. Save more this Memorial Day weekend. Only at Reichert. We're dealing.
Grab life by the chicken fingers and savor the day with hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret cane sauce that makes everything that much better.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Are your feet stopping you from being active and making it difficult to get healthier? Trade in your bad feet and start the new year with good feet and get healthy in 2024. Wouldn't it be nice to work, walk, and play pain-free again?
Hello, I'm Gene Smith, Senior Vice President and Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletic Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donatos, Huntington, Kroger, The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, and 10TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in the great state of Ohio through our Buckeyes Care initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag Buckeyes Care.
Marathon has some great news about the number 5, so I'm going to say it 5 times in 5 different ways. Join Marathon Rewards and earn up to $5 in rewards on your first visit. Join and earn 5 cents in rewards for every gallon you buy. Join in as little as 5 seconds. Join to make 5 friends jealous. Join and get high fives. It's easy to sign up at the station or go to marathonrewards.com. By joining with your phone number, you are agreeing to receive recurring automated informational marketing SMS/MMS messages from Marathon. Consent not required for purchase. Messaging and data rates may apply.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource. Proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The show where we pay people extra to host with Timmy Hall. This is the Buckeye Show.
I got to have somebody. And that's DeVier Posey tonight. So you get to enjoy that cash. By the way, I didn't realize that Pittsburgh, we're talking about Justin Fields and the Steelers.
Yeah.
They are getting the NFL draft. Oh, the draft in 2026. You guys know where it is in 2025? Anybody? Where is it next year?
It's going to be in Green Bay.
Green Bay. Mm-hmm. Doug Gottlieb's going to do his radio show.
I think someone said today.
And coach.
I think someone said today that they're doing this. They're doing this to throw a bone to these cold weather cities that can't get Super Bowls, so they're giving them the draft.
I think it's great. I think that's awesome, really. I mean,
cold weather Super Bowl is sweet. Like when they played in New York, that was nice.
You like that, huh? Were you there?
No, I just like the visual.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I like the visual too.
I mean,
it's football. We can do it every now and then. So what if we get a 35-degree day?
But I will say this: Detroit showed out for their turnout to the Super Bowl. I mean, to the draft. It was a good turnout.
Oh, that was
I want to see if
killer
Pittsburgh
party.
and Green Bay can match that.
They will.
They will.
They
Absolutely.
will.
Yeah,
they will.
We'll see.
Green Bay doesn't have. It's
As
not
many
the same.
people.
Yeah, it's not as many people. It's not that type of spot. But you don't think people are going to travel into Green Bay? I mean, you see what they can do when they have a football game.
Yeah,
it's the Green Bay Packers. Man. It's a cool franchise. I mean, sorry to some of our NFC North buddies that really truly hate them, but I have always wanted to on the bucket list to go to Lambeau and see a football game. I don't care what game it is. I just like to go there and check out the town and
it's hard
get
to
the feel.
those Brett Favre, Antonio Freeman days for me. Like I love those days.
You were talking about that Jeremiah Smith catch.
The Antonio Freeman catch.
Yeah. Right there. Man. Was that the Minnesota Vikings game?
Man, he dropped, I think
where that ball bounced up and it he's laying on the turf. He's on the deck. Yeah. Hadn't been touched, right? And that ball was there and he picked it up. He grabbed it. Was Jeremiah Smith's play better than that one in practice that you saw?
You know, a lot of times those plays in practice are more spectacular than a game. As crazy as it sounds, like if you ever heard the stories about who Randy Moss was in practice versus who he was in the game, you're going to start hearing those if you're not already from Jeremiah Smith. Like you're going to hear about so many practice catches.
So DeVier, clearly a lot went on with Jim Harbaugh in this final season at Michigan. I mean, we're not breaking any news there because he's not at Michigan anymore.
Just rehashing it.
We had the whole Connor Stallions scandal. There was a second one on top of that they've already been dinged for, and you're still waiting to see what happens to Michigan. But an excerpt from a new college football book called The Price has been out there, and John Talty had this at CBSSports.com. So some details here from how the final days and the final week went for Jim Harbaugh at Michigan. So it started off by saying no sooner had Jim Harbaugh hoisted the national championship trophy that members of his inner circle were advising him to leave. This got to be it. Right off into the sunset with what's coming down. And as it turned out, Harbaugh had found himself getting squeezed from both sides, it says, by a process he hated and a place he loved. In the wake of the Stallions investigation, NCAA enforcement had made another sweeping request for his school-issued and personal cell phone, and they wanted records that were dating back 18 months. And in response, Tom Mars, believe he represented Justin Fields when Justin was leaving Georgia, and he needed that immediate eligibility, which he swept that up. Tom Mars, a big guy in college football.
This is pre-portal?
No, I mean, we've had the portal for a while, but it's a different subject. I'm just trying to illustrate who Tom Mars is, been around the block in college football and as a lawyer. He wrote an email saying that he was going to need to review 6,100 emails plus texts, and your request is illegal under Michigan employment laws. Tom Mars was behind Harbaugh. So yeah, we're not gonna turn that over. Outrageous, egregious, preposterous. Right, Jackie Childs. We're not doing that. Not doing that at all. So in the end, Mars knew that Harbaugh was going to face 2 committee on infractions hearings. And he thought that, and this is him sticking up for his client, right? He's going to face a hostile crowd and a certain suspension, which that's true. And he thought it could cost him a half a season or more. Do you think that if it came down to that a 4 to 6 game suspension, because that's what I read in this excerpt for a speculation on what that Stallion suspension would be, do you think that's entirely unfair for being the head coach, having to know what's going on if cheating happened? Whatever degree of cheating and how big you think that was, you think 4 to 6 games would be unfair for Harbaugh this year?
Absolutely not.
No way.
And I think it was building up because that was just this year. He's had stuff in the past with, I think, letting up a player who had legal issues knowingly play. He's had recruiting issues. So it was just building up. He was just building this stew up to him, and it was just best for him to just leave the pot on hot and just get out of Dodge, like you said, because the suspension plus the taking away of wins, I kind of feel like with his exit, you don't get all of that, right? You don't get people diving into that. It kind of just goes dead a little bit.
Well, I mean, you're going off to a different league.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing, man. This really is, whoa, take the money and run.
Absolutely.
You win the national championship.
You
took the national championship. You're taking what is it, $16 million a year with the Chargers?
So now
to go to the league?
The Michigan faithful can't really hate him. They can only love him because nothing really happened. No repercussions.
Well, I don't think something's going to happen still.
You think so?
Just because Harbaugh's gone doesn't mean that the program is not going to get hit.
Sherrone Moore and those guys take the hit.
I mean, Sherrone Moore is going to take the hit because he's the head guy. I don't know if a suspension is going to find him and if they're going to try to pin any of that to him by association. I highly doubt it. I mean, Harbaugh served a couple of games because the Big Ten wanted to get ahead of it late last season for integrity of the game and those clauses that they had.
Yeah,
but it's just it's a wild situation, man. That you have him win that title and he's on the block for something and he has that exit plan and Ward Manuel. And that's the thing. Even with this, it's almost a little Bill Self Kansas because you're going to back Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
We would too, right? We would too.
We would back our guy.
We would back our guy. We've had situations. I mean, we would back our guy.
Yeah.
If you can win championships with that guy, you'll put a clause in there saying that this coach is protected if anything comes in about this situation that we know of. It's why Kansas did that, where if there was any FBI type of investigation deals that would come up in the future, Bill Self's all good with that. We're fine. We're not gonna. He'll have that in his contract. We're not gonna terminate him for anything that pops up in this situation that we already knew about. If something new, then maybe that's different. But Michigan was gonna do that for Jim Harbaugh, but he still saw that opportunity to go to the league. I think college football was changing, which is why maybe he thought this anyway and would have played this way, but he was always one of the first guys to hit that microphone, DeVier, and talk about taking less as coaches and giving more to the players. Was he not?
Always. He
calculated. He's like, I'm not going to be here, so you guys give up some of your money. I'll be gone.
You ever seen that magic meme?
That's what I'm talking.
No, I won't be here.
I'm not going to be here.
I love that meme. Yeah, no, but he always was a guy that's pro players, pro going against the system. And he received a lot of praise from former players for that. So I think if you're out to get anybody, you're out to get a guy like that who's violating the rules and going against the rules and trying to do it in a political fashion.
Ward Manuel had told The Athletic that he was at peace with their efforts of trying to retain Harbaugh despite everything that was going on. And it talked about how, Jim signed with the Chargers and asked his brother-in-law and two friends to drive his 31-foot Quantum Thor motor coach across the country to the camping spot that he had rented across from the Pacific in Huntington Beach, $2,700 a month. So you could decompress, right? All that stress and all that stuff, all that cheating and all that stress, right? It'll really stress you out. And that he had forced a Michigan man out of the arms of a university he loved. Poor Jim.
Poor Jim.
Jim.
Go out to San Diego and enjoy the ocean.
He said, I'm just trying to be happy. That was the last quote here from this excerpt. Just trying to be happy. I hope you're really happy out there, Jim. Ohio State football won't have something this year, and that's a good thing. We're looking at some hashtags next. DeVier's in. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
We're the girthiest radio station in the history of radio. Uncomfortably girthy. This promo is uncomfortable. The Fan, Ohio's girth destination.
They're trained. They're prepared.
Let's do it.
They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Kroger app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Extreme Limo is proud to be Central Ohio's first choice for luxury transportation. Serving our community since 2006, Extreme Limo has a full range of luxury cars, limos, and party buses for every occasion. And now offering you the new officially licensed Ohio State bus. You can travel in scarlet and gray style to your next game, wedding, or special event. Celebrate life and stretch the limit. Call Extreme Limo at 614-483-3300 to book today or visit extremelimo.com. That's XTREME limo.com.
Hi, I'm Gene Smith, Senior Vice President and Director of Athletics. Ohio State Athletics and Cardinal Health know how important diversity, equity, and inclusion are to the success of our community, employees, and student athletes. And we believe an equitable culture creates a community that attracts and retains the very best. Visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Buckeye-inclusion to learn more and join us as we educate and celebrate the value of diversity and inclusion.
Attention weekend warriors. Fan Sports Saturday has moved to 10 a.m. Join Eric Reeser and Tyvis Powell as they dive into popular topics like the Buckeyes and Tyvis's liquid diet.
Saturdays from 10 to 1.
The Fan.
Summer is almost here, and NBC4 Today is giving you a chance to swim in cash. Get ready for summer. Check out NBC4 Today every morning, and you could win $400. Watch to win all this week on NBC4 Today at 6 a.m.
Tonight on Chicago Wednesday, it all comes down to an explosive 3-hour season finale event. First on Chicago Med, Archer and Goodwin must each make devastating decisions. Then on Fire, we say goodbye to a special hero who's been there since day one. And on PD, Voight's life is on the line and the unit races to try to save him. The Chicago Wednesday season finale event tonight on NBC.
Tonight beginning at 8 on NBC4. Local for you. Summer is almost here, and NBC4 Today is giving you a chance to swim in cash. Get ready for summer. Check out NBC4 Today every morning, and you could win $400. Watch to win all this week on NBC4 Today at 6 a.m.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Accurate Heating and Cooling and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Social media can be a cesspool. Allow us to navigate the waters. #Buckeyes.
Sponsored by The Waterworks. Trust the pros at The Waterworks for all your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Visit thewaterworks.com today to get started.
Welcome back, everybody. Timmy and DeVier tonight. All you fun-loving Buckeye fans. Ryan Baker is back there. Before I get to the tags and some of the tweets or grams, there's so many ways to consume us now. We, of course, say hello. We've been up and running on YouTube Live. I even slipped into my blazer, my jacket, because we recorded a little memorial roundtable on 10 TV. It's sort of 10 TV / The Fan. Yeah. We'll put that up on YouTube when it gets produced, when it gets edited. Mm-hmm. And we did 4 segments, like chunky kind of 9 to 10 minute segments. We'll also have some kind of special that airs after our show. So you'll be able to hear that too if you can't find the video version, or if you just want to listen to it again on your drive home one night. We'll have that before we get to the memorial. But so I slipped into the jacket so you guys could see it as you watch us on YouTube.
Go ahead and wait.
Yeah, the Buckeye Show on YouTube.
You should bring in your Carhartt jacket to match.
I'm going to come in here with my Carhartt overalls one day.
The coveralls.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did wear those bad boys in one day. I didn't know what I was looking at.
In the summer, I wear it with no shirt.
Thought he was painting a house.
Mm-hmm. I might be painting a house after it. You just never know with me. Sometimes I surprise myself.
Yeah, or working a dirty job. What was that host name? Dirty Jobs. Mike Rowe. What a show with Mike Rowe right there. But in addition to YouTube, of course, you've got the fan app of that. You got 971thefan.com. You can listen that way to one of the streams. The old-fashioned radio that you might be listening to us on. Don't forget about that. And always, when the show is done, 10 minutes or so after it's done, anywhere you get your audio, you got the Buckeye Show podcast. Search the Buckeye Show.
No excuses.
Subscribe, any one of your audio platforms. We will be there, and it's free. And so many ways to talk to us, too. Twitter and X at the Buckeye Show. And the voicemail and text line, 614-460-2896. So the tweet that I was looking at, DeVier, or X,
what do you got?
11 Warriors at 11W. Ohio State will not have a Friday night regular season game in 2024 as the Buckeyes did not appear in Fox Sports' Fox College Football Friday schedule release. So we had that.
That's nice.
I know, Ryan, you had this pinned in the College Football Pulse, but they got 9 Friday night football games on Fox comprising of 12 different teams, and the Buckeyes are not one of them. I think that is good.
Absolutely.
That's what I was referring to. That is a good thing that you will not see Ohio State on Friday nights.
Man, I like that. So, Tim, I don't know if you know, but it pays to recruit smart football players. So all you high school guys, go to school and get good GPAs because college coaches will want you for this reason. Our guy, Pat Murphy, Ohio State's Ryan Day will receive $50,000 in a bonus for the Buckeyes achieving a GPA of 3.24 in the 2023-2024 academics year.
Oh, I could go one of two ways about that.
Hey, listen, I would have class checkers out there. I would make sure my guys are getting their homework done because it pays to recruit smart guys.
Look, I'm not against bonuses, right? I'm pro bonus, but in this, just the timing and the optics of that, where it's a player achievement where they're busting their asses in the classroom to get something done to post up a good number, and the coach gets paid.
But hey,
like Ryan Day needs more money. He is handsomely compensated.
Not only that, but in this era of they're all going to be getting paid, or are they even going to have to go to class anymore?
Oh, Cardale Jones back there.
Well, I mean, I think they will, unless they come up with a different kind of system.
Yeah.
If it's going to be connected to academics, it's still a requirement.
Be employees, why the heck do they have to go to school?
Well, no, you got to go to class.
Well, no, I mean, think about it this way: we have students all around campus, right? That could be working, that could be employees, research, or whatever, but they still have to take care of their classwork and get good grades, or they're not going to get their degree.
They pay their way through school, or sometimes, the way I look at it, Tim, I look at the lens of summer term internships.
You know what? I didn't do this yet.
What are you thinking about?
I didn't do this yet, but I'm going to tell her I didn't dedicate the show because I always think of my sister as an example when we talk about this stuff and employees and how you get paid.
Yes.
Love my sister Wendy, Dr. Lewis, very much. She's 2 years older than me. It's her birthday today. So I'd like to dedicate the show to her all the way to Germany. So I'm sending this all the way out there to Frankfurt, Germany. Hey, they love NFL out there.
They do.
Went out there, was very successful, the Chiefs, but she's out there on a class trip. She's going to be heading back to the University of Virginia soon. She's the smart one. She's going to become a professor down there where she went to school, where she was an employee. She was on scholarship, like a lot of you fine football players, as you should be, because you're doing an incredible service for that school. She was on scholarship, but she was also receiving a $25,000 a year stipend or payment from the university to work when she was not taking classes, doing her coursework, doing research. She was doing laboratory work. So there's the example right there. How something like that could always happen. That's a fine payment right there. A scholarship to UVA, especially if you're going for academics, that's huge. That's major. Yeah, Charlottesville. And then to get paid on top of that to help get through living expenses and everything. Oh, Bodo's Bagels, baby. Seville's beautiful.
Yeah. He'll love that town. Yeah, when you think about guys who have internships or girls who have internships in college, you might be in law school and you might go and work for a lawyer and get paid for that summer. Same thing with college football. It makes sense. It makes sense.
It never made sense to not have any. It just didn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's too popular. It was too popular. Too much money. How did that happen? Jay Bill has been yelling about this for 20 years. And we finally came along. So here we are. DeVier, good stuff, man.
Good to see you, Tim.
I appreciate it. Appreciate you.
You look good today, brother.
You look good always. Smell good, too. I appreciate that about you. All right. The best gambling advice in sports that money can't buy on the money. And then the NFL playoffs, Western Conference Finals Game 1. It's all ahead on The Fan.
The two most mature people working at the radio station. And that's just because they wear pants. The pervert and the skivvies. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan.
Hey, it's Anthony here for the Good Feet store. We do a segment on the show every week called Pressure, but that's about sports. What about the pressure your feet endure every day? I know mine did. When I went to the Good Feet store, I learned I was out of line. I joked, I already know that. They said, no, physically, my feet weren't being supported the right way. So when I went to the store on Polaris Parkway, they also have one on Stringtown Road, I took all the time I needed to walk around the store to see what felt and fit the best in my shoes. Once I had them in, my personal arch supports from the Good Feet store, my lower back pain went away. What a feeling. You need to get your free personalized fitting by one of their arch support specialists. For arch supports to be effective, they require a precision fit. That's why Good Feet arch supports are only available at the Good Feet store. You like them? You can wear them home. You have nothing to lose but the pain. So go to goodfeet.com today or go in and try the Good Feet feeling. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief, all from the Good Feet store.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
Marathon has some great news about the number 5, so I'm going to say it 5 times in 5 different ways. Join Marathon Rewards and earn up to $5 in rewards on your first visit. Join and earn 5 cents in rewards for every gallon you buy. Join in as little as 5 seconds. Join to make 5 friends jealous. Join and get high fives. It's easy to sign up at the station or go to marathonrewards.com. By joining with your phone number, you are agreeing to receive recurring automated informational marketing SMS/MMS messages from Marathon. Consent not required for purchase. Messaging and data rates may apply.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is a part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is safe and clean for the players every game at the Schottenstein Center. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
Did the pandemic eliminate quality customer service? Well, many places it did, but not here at Heartland Bank. Imagine getting top quality service and good advice as well to help you down life's road. It's community banking, and it's alive and well in the Heartland. I'm Scott McComb, CEO. Coming over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good.